Strong winds and near-freezing temperatures didn't stop Grand Rapids community members from gathering to voice their anger at the death of Patrick Lyoya, shot in the back of the head by a Grand Rapids police officer as he lay face down on the ground after a struggle over the officer's taser. The police officer involved in Lyoya's death has not yet been named, and Police Chief Eric Winstrom has stated that the officer's name will not be released unless charges are filed against the officer, prompting criticisms from Lyoya's family and others about the GRPD's lack of transparency. Officer training is another area of criticism from many residents, including Grand Rapids native Ted Bullock.
The police training is not working. This is not a good thing to shoot a man dead in the back of the head for whatever reason. How many more is it going to take to die before America says we have a problem?
The demonstrations prompted many business owners to shut down early, and some even boarded up their windows in anticipation of the potential property damage that they remembered from the George Floyd protests in 2020. The local shops weren't the only ones taking precautions, including the Grand Rapids Police Department building, sealed off with concrete, fencing, and barbed wire. Some street medics were present, like Detroit resident Sammy Lewis, to make sure that demonstrators had what they needed to stay safe if things did get out of hand.
Here today, I am here as a support role, here to supply medic care if needed, to protect people, make sure that they have the correct PPE, goggles, masks, earplugs, which are actually for sound cannons, and make sure they're protected against tear gas, pepper spray, all of it.
Valid concerns, yet they proved unfounded, as the protests, though vocal expressions of an angry community, remained peaceful, despite some blatant antagonism from outside agitators.
That is so funny. You're so triggered.
You're so funny too. Film it all you want, dude. I don't really give a film it.
With a few exceptions, most of the people who came out to Rosa Parks Circle were supportive, standing in solidarity with the grieving community as organizers spoke about Lyoya and his death. One of them, Joe Cadro, a member of the American Indian Movement, or AIM, had this to say.
Just out here to lend support and make sure that Patrick gets justice as he was murdered by the Grand Rapids Police Department. And it's important that we come out here and we support our black brothers and relatives as well. We show that unity in that community. Because that's the only way our communities are ever going to get equity.
For WMU Journalism 2200, I'm Richard Waite.